just feeling it, tripping. Yeah, I get it. Back we good, ain't no slipping. But baby, get it. Love the way she stack up her digits. Love the way she stacking up her digits. And the way we hang it so easy. Appreciate what you want, I promise ain't no
Hello,
treason.
hello, hello. Hey, y'all. Welcome back. It's Jackie Elam. You are watching Jackie Elam Live, Entertainment Unlimited. We were just discussing what is the next step once you get your song on top of a hot track. Then you're ready to roll and move it to any source, iTunes, SoundCloud, Mixcloud. Like, what is the next step if you have a hot song? We were talking to Julian Broadus, Snoop Dogg's third son, and we also have Poem. Is it still Poem or Poem fifth? Like, did you drop the
No,
fifth?
no, it's still Poem, but I just been doing Poem fifth lately just for the shows. That way people can find me easy, just in case they want to look it up right away or something. Cause that's all the Instagram, SoundCloud, Twitter, Tumblr, all that.
So that's a song. What's the name of the song we were just listening to?
That's called Truth.
The Truth?
Yeah, the Truth.
Okay, so you are an independent artist,
Yes,
right?
ma'am. Yeah, but that
Okay, so the beat, because you got to break it down for us folks like me. I have no musical skills. Now, I did play the trumpet in middle school. I was the first chair all the time beating the guys, but that's not the point. I am not musically inclined. So, okay, where'd you get the track from? If as an independent artist, do you make your own beats?
No, I don't.
So then,
I
if
know
you
a lot
don't
of
make your
people
own
do.
beats, okay, which Julian is studying to make his own beats, when you don't make your own beats,
Right.
how do an artist find beats that doesn't cost some crazy, amount that normally, big stars pay for?
Right. For me, it's just been mostly networking because that's my big thing right now. Building me is just networking. So anywhere I go, I keep business cards with me. I try to make sure I hand them out to everybody. So from there on the social network though, like Twitter, that's definitely been a big portion of my producers and stuff, finding them off of Twitter, Instagram, and just from there. Other people I know, like I say, walking around with the business card, sometimes I just run into somebody who happened to produce or whatever the case may be. So networking is just
That's
how
the
I
number
got
one
it.
thing,
Yeah,
networking. Just talking, passing out your cards. Okay, so
Yeah.
then what's that process? So you meet a person, you find out, okay, cool, I make beats. Okay, cool, let me hear it. Okay, I like that beat. Like, what happens? Like, what is the process for an independent artist to get that track from that producer?
Well, it depends on the producer too. So if they're on the come up, then they gon' they might share it with you or they'll give you a good deal. You got other producers, they might, just kind of, because with that, it's kind of like sentimental value. So sometimes you got producers, they might not like a beat so much, so they'll give it to you for a lower price, or they might know, okay, this the banger, so I'm finna jump the price on this one. So it just really depends on how you collab with the person, how you network. You got to use your mouthpiece at the end of the day. So if you can hustle, you might be able to talk a deal or something.
Would you consider using someone else's beat? Because I know you're trying to make your own beat, and then I know you said Daz, you would use that's your uncle, correct?
No, cousin.
Cousin. So you would use that is already a guaranteed hit, but I'm just saying, like, that's a whole nother process. You got lawyers, you have like a whole procedure of getting that track from your cousin. But if it's somebody you just met, like, how are you sure they're not going to try to come back and like take claim of that beat if they just gave it to you or said it's not a big deal because they're trying to come up? Like, how do you protect yourself as an independent artist?
Well, at that point, you got to be smart. I mean, if you already see you getting a nice buzz off of it, you need to go reach out to that person first. Like, hey, I want to go ahead and try to pay you off, or I want to work out some type of something where you get a certain percentage of whatever the royalties.
Wait. Because see, now my business mind is picking. You would do that after you had already got a hot track, or don't you want to do that before?
It'll be before, but I'm saying, like, once you really see where the buzz going, because I mean, you will see within the first few days of putting it out, and listening to it. I mean, if you know you got a hit, or you should know what you're gonna do with the track. If you got a plan for a song, you need to plan ahead and talk to the person. So, because I know I got one guy. I get exclusive beats from, but we worked out a deal where we know if something happened where like somebody want the beat or they want to use it for a movie, anything like that, we just split it.
Okay. Well, we have a caller on the line. Welcome to Jackie Elam Live, Entertainment Unlimited. Hi, caller. Who are you and where are you calling from?
Hey, sis.
Hey.
It's Johnny.
Hi. How are you, Johnny?
How you doing? How you doing, Julian?
Hey.
Julian, and we also have Poem here.
What's going on, man?
What's your question?
I just got one question. Okay, we know, Snoop Dogg is a legend. Um, are you planning on following his footsteps?
In what sense?
As far as rap, do you rap?
Yeah, I do rap, but I'm trying to move away from just being a rapper. I just want to be more than that.
Okay. Okay. Well, what do you want to be?
Um, I want to be the best me I can be.
That's right.
And
Good answer.
with that being
Okay.
said, there's a lot of things that I'll dibble and dabble in. Like I'm gonna start doing modeling soon. Hopefully I start doing acting. But I don't want to be just one dimensional. I want everybody to know Julian for being that multi-talented young man for right now. And then when I build up, you'll have like a whatever you want to call me sooner than not. I hope it's something good.
Well, thank you for calling, Johnny. I appreciate your question. Continue to listen. And every Saturday I'm here, so don't forget to tune in. Okay, so poem.
Yeah.
That's another thing too. Like I know when people get in, it's usually multiple gifts that people have. I mean, if you're expressive or if you're talented or gifted, it's not in one thing. So, how did you start rapping? Was it also the form of poetry as well?
Yeah, it was the same thing, just like Julian. I was in high school, middle school, elementary school, always writing something. It was a good for me too, because I had some other personal stuff going on that, I just didn't know how to deal with. So writing it down kind of got it off my chest. Started doing open mics back home. Shout out to Nobody Big Yet. Got some friends I went to school with. They just started a movement doing open mics. So I started working with them, kind of getting used to being in front of people, getting used to being on the mic. And from there, I had my cousin, You Can't Quit, Sharon B. He started, getting me in the booth. That's where that came about. He did the hustle and flow style, put the cup holders on the wall in the closet,
Okay.
put the mic up. Next thing you know, he was gone. So
So did you feel like you didn't mind the progression? I mean, you didn't mind seeing yourself kind of grow. You didn't, of course, like
Oh.
the sound at the beginning. Did you pull anything off the?
not yet.
No,
Not
you
yet. I
didn't
got
really
one
dig up?
song I probably will eventually, but no, for the most part, when I first started, I kind of knew like, all right, I want to see if it's possible. Since my cousin think I can rap, people do like my poems. Like, let me see if it's possible. So I put up a mixtape, and the first mixtape pretty much was only 2 hooks, 1 verse, the
Okay.
whole mixtape.
Okay.
Then after that, I was like, okay, I got the first stack of views. And I'm like, all right, people listen. Let's see if it happened again. So I put out another one. I didn't own none of the beats, found them, still had tags all over them. So it was
You
just
didn't pop
like,
the
it was
tags
just,
off the
yeah,
beats.
yeah. So it was just like, let's sample this. And I got another stack of views. So I'm like, all right, I might be able to do something. So
Okay, that's awesome. So now that you have music out, can you tell us where can we find your music?
you can find it on SoundCloud, Poem Fifth, POEM 5TH. You can find it on YouTube, Poem_TV, POEM_TV. And other than that, you just come to the shows, because that's where
Okay.
I've been releasing a lot of the new stuff, because that's my strategy right now. If you want to hear something new, you got to come see me. You got
Okay.
to come see this.
And that's the next thing. Okay, so with him Julian is trying to do this on his own. He's not trying to call the 5 famous people in his family. Like,
Right,
how
right,
awesome
right.
is that?
That's
I mean, you
good.
know what I'm
You
saying? Do
gotta
you got
hustle.
anybody in your family that's famous?
I mean, not
You
famous in the
damn no.
music. Nah.
No, so it's like that's kind of cool. You got 5 people that you do not want to dial, and that's
It's
fine.
not that I don't want to call them. It's like I want my talents to make them call me.
Yes,
Oh, there you go. There you
That's
go.
how it's supposed to be.
Well said. Well said. We're
That's how
gonna
it's
clap on
supposed
that
to be.
one.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so he's at the stage that he's at, and then you are where you are. How do you go from the writing process? Now I dropped the track to, okay, you put it on SoundCloud, you put it on iTunes because you can sell it on your own.
Yep.
Now you're doing shows though. So like, what was that progression? Like, how did you go from his place to now where you are? You're doing local shows, and you've been very consistent with doing these shows, which is
Striving
awesome.
to be. Oh yeah. Thank you.
But
thank you.
don't start us, because my whole show is to help people, to educate, to empower, to encourage them to get out there and do whatever they want to do in the
Right.
entertainment industry. So don't leave a step out, because I know you passed out the cards to get the tracks. How did you start booking these local shows in LA County and Orange County?
Just like I say, networking, talking to people, seeing other artists, seeing what they had going to support people, talking to who was around, seeing who I might run into. Like I say, my big portion is networking. I mean, without networking, I probably couldn't do none of this that I'm doing, because you gotta know somebody that can put you on that show. So of course I started out dive bars doing that stuff. We didn't even done one of the shows. So it's just making sure you talk to people, making sure you take advantage of who you're around, regardless if it's an artist or a friend. Just getting that support, asking them, okay, well, where could I go? How can I figure out who to talk to? Or if that's the person, cool, let me go introduce me. Just take me over there, let me do the rest. So
How can they trust that? Okay, they may hear your say if you played the song. Oh yeah, that's hot. I like that. But how do I know you're gonna do well on a show if you don't? Let's just say if you didn't have anything to show them, but they
right.
put you on with based off the song, but you may not
Right.
perform well.
Right. Well, that's the thing. See, that's where you got to take that self initiative and start gaining that experience. I mean, you can't just assume that, okay, I'm going to get up here and be able to talk in front of 100 people if you can't even go to a dive bar and do a show for nobody.
Okay.
So you got to be able to go perform for nobody, keep watching the crowd build, get familiar with knowing that you might not even see a face, I mean, but you got to go talk to those people, make sure you look them in the eye, so that way when you do start building that trend like I slowly have been doing, it's just continue to understand that it's all right. Like, you can do this. Just take your time, get up there, keep practicing, and like I say, network. That's all I do. That's my favorite thing.
Okay.
Network.
So now that you're saying network, and this young man sitting next to you has the cream de la, I'm like, he has any and everybody that you would want to reach out. So how do you feel if you had someone that you could reach out on that level? Would you, or do you like this hustle that you're doing, this grinding, that you're doing, just doing it yourself?
Well, me coming out of Flint, Michigan, I like the hustle. So, I mean, of course, it's always good if you can have that type of support. Then yeah, ask for it. Don't close mouth, don't get fed. So you never know, they might be willing to help you out or whatever. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't go and just kind of be begging or looking for them to really, like, oh, please, like, no, like, I understand, because I watched this person, whoever that artist is, they had to take their time. They had to do some of the same things that I'm doing right now in order to meet the right people, or even just get the money behind them. I mean, you can't get no money if you're not working for it. So I don't know nobody that give out handouts.
That's true. And I guess which I don't know all of your father's stories and how he grew up, because again, I'm from Houston, but I guess that doesn't matter. I just don't go and Google people and search them like that. But I guess he could have, he probably had some type of hustle of him having to get out there and grind and pass out CDs. I know back in the day they used to pass out CDs. You don't have CDs
all
anymore,
in Long
right?
Beach, right at VIP Records. That's where he used to always be at, trying to get that music going. So I respect his hustle, and I feel like as a man, I can't go along asking him to put me where he is when I'm not working hard enough to
like
get there.
He did.
Yeah,
Exactly.
so I feel like that's why I'm not reaching out to him. It's
Yes.
not that I don't want to reach out to my father and tell him, oh, come please help me like on this, but it's not like that. I want to show him that he's not the only one that can grind hard in a family. And I just want to make a statement by letting my music talk for itself. I don't need to go about and ask him, oh, Dad, can you hop on this song for me so I can get a whole bunch of views? And it's not like that. I just want people to understand that I work for what I got. And I don't know. I don't want to be like a stubborn kid and be like, oh, I don't want my dad's help. Oh, this and that.
No, I respect that. I get it, because if you grow up and you have to hustle, you got to hustle. You got to do what you have to do to
You
get
got to,
yourself out
especially
there.
in this business, because if you don't hustle, I mean, somebody gonna take advantage of you real quick.
It's easy to get left out real quick
Oh
out
yeah.
here.
So when you say take advantage, what do you mean?
Just if you don't got that hustle, because for me the hustle is just add that sense of knowing that, okay, I'm a human being, I'm a young man, so I'm not gonna let nobody play me, because I'm a hustler. So we gonna talk business, we gonna make sure everything benefit to both of us, because if not, if I'm getting a handout, guess what, I can end up getting nothing out of this but a few extra followers and stuff, which is cool, it's not bad, but I mean, for me, if you gonna hustle, the whole point of hustling is to get some money and keep moving forward.
And I know you almost had a record deal, right? Someone was interested,
Something like that.
But why'd you turn it down? Like, it just wasn't right. It didn't sound right.
You gotta talk to. You gotta be
So
able to talk
what would
business.
what would you tell someone in your position? I got my music out. I'm doing some shows. Would you tell them to jump on the first thing that comes to them, or just to take their time and stay in that place of pushing?
Think about it. Really think about how this is really gonna benefit you. See what you got to know what that person has going on. You got to know who are they pushing, who the top artist is, what type of sound, because it'll give you an idea of what they want to do with you. So you really need to think about it. Don't just, oh, okay, here it go. This is a label, I'm finna do it, because a label might not even keep their promises. I mean, you see that big old packet, half the words you probably don't even understand. So
Yeah, yeah.
ain't no need to just go rushing into nothing. I mean, sometimes it's okay, bump your head, you might be able to get up, but some people don't get up from that. So
True.
You
And
don't want
then
to sign something you can't go back on.
get yourself out of. And that's why you hear artists may come out and then you never really hear anything from them because they signed a bad deal.
Exactly.
And there are too many examples of a
whole
lot
lot
of
of
bad
examples.
deals. So really artists
Lil Wayne, man.
they have exactly, this man is still battling, it's
Man.
still, so it's like at the end of the day,
Yeah.
no one has an excuse for signing bad deals, especially in the music industry when you
Right.
can go and research what happened to this person or what happened to that person. You
Yeah.
do want to be wise on the business side, not just on your skill set and your flow and your lyrics and
Exactly.
producing. And that's great. So I am really proud of both of you guys. Two different stages in this business, but it is show business. You guys are both entertaining people. And I already know you have a following even without music yet, just because of who you are. But I know that you're trying to make sure it's all about
it's-
the individual.
I love all my followers, but I gotta really shout out to like all the people that are really around me, like all my good friends, like my little brother Steven. He's not my real little brother, but you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
Steven, my friend Soil, my boy Soil, Dylan, all those people like that, and like all the people that are always around me, like my step pops Chris, like he's always been there and he's always been taking me out on my games and always been a real support system. And same with my mother and my sister. Everybody's been always anchoring me down, and I really gotta appreciate all my like friends that are girls that I'm not in any type of relationship with, because they're always there for me, like just if I need to talk to somebody.
Support, right?
Yeah, 'cause
that support is great.
it's tough.
Where can
That's
people
well
find you
needed.
though? The people that are watching, the people that are listening. What's your social media? And then give me your social media poem.
My Instagram is broadus.julian, BROADUS JULIAN, and then my Twitter is jbroadus15, and that's it for right now. Nothing.
For right now, but everybody just be watching and
Yeah.
and following
You
him.
can add me on Snapchat too. I have some funny stuff on there.
And what's your snap?
Hold on, let me check.
Okay, while he's checking
Snaps.
poem, what's your
Snaps.
social media poems?
Oh, my social media is POEM5TH, so Poem Fifth. And that's pretty much on everything: Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Tumblr, POEM5TH, and then Poem_TV for YouTube.
Okay, and
Yeah.
then what's your snap real quick?
It's Suave J.
Suave.
SUAVEJAYY. Yeah, I had to put all my on my Dominican side.
Okay, and if you're watching me live, but if you want to tell your friends to watch this show, tune in, subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Jackie Elam Live. My IG is Jackie.Elam. My Facebook and Twitter is @RealJackieElam. My Periscope is Jackie Elam Live, a lot of it. My hair is still fresh from last week, so I got to give my girl a shout out again. Her name is Kim at KimCreations.com. Creation Salon and Barbershop. You guys can check her out. She is a celebrity hairstylist as well, and Kim is spelled with KYMM. And one more, Health Solutions Medical, Dr. Brooke Mottlag. She does all great things for your internal womanly goodies in there, and then for your face, derma fillers and facials and lasers. I did the micro needling, which the other term for it is called vampire facial. So look that up and you'll know exactly what I went through. I feel like it was
I
worth
have
it.
no clue what that is.
Vampire facial, she does it. So tune in next week. We're going to have a Hollywood manager coming in to maybe even expand more on, contracts and deals and being careful on what to sign and what
There
not
you
to
go.
sign. And I also, before we go, we have a caller. We're going to take a caller right
Hey.
before we head out. So caller, welcome to Jackie Elam Live. We were signing out, but we want to hear from you. So where are you calling from and who am I talking to? Caller?
Yo, yo, yo.
Okay, well, never mind. It wasn't meant.
not.
Well, like we were doing, signing off. Thank you for tuning in. Every show will be different. You never know who we have on my show. Go to latalklive.com, or you can stream this show, and be sure to check out all the other broadcasters on latalklive.com. Peace.
Under this arm, you can find deeper roots. So polish your shoes and button your suits. Cause we the raw reserves, cleaning out these new recruits. Cause we the raw reserves, cleaning out the new recruits.
Thank you for tuning into LA Talk Live and the Talk Live Broadcast Network. Original reality radio, handcrafted for your listening and viewing pleasure. This is LA Talk Live, and we are more than just talk. Stay tuned.